It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Checking out the Clippers, it's been a rough start to the season. On one hand, the mishaps have generated valuable learning opportunities. On the other hand, you can't fall so far behind in the standings that the year's over before it's begun. And tonight, Danilo Gallinari takes the floor. Has the height of a power forward, the game of a small forward. Kenny, what does he give this team?
Scoring efficiency. You know, lots of threes, lots of free throws, lots of versatility.
Impressive skill level for his size. Can shoot from a standstill and put the ball on the floor.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with a call, and we will see y'all later.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off a good outing against the Warriors in Oakland. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, most of the time, guys come off the bench and just try to stabilize. Tonight, they got some serious points, and when you're on the road, it gives you unanticipated advantages.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the Bucks' first All-Star since Michael Redd back in 2004. Now, the lefty Redd said, "I've never seen anybody like him. It's almost like he's from another planet. It won't be hard for him to attract talent here. I just want a ring when they get a ring." Kevin?
And the Bucks just one title back in 1971. DA, thank you. And tonight, two teams, Brent, that use rebounding to try to control the pace of the game. Talk about the importance of boxing out in this one.
Well, one of the things that most coaches say is our defensive possession does not end until we get a rebound. So to have great rebounding like we have here tonight, that means you can ignite the fast break, you can control the possessions by one and done and not give the opportunity for a team to have a second breath at any point tonight.
Some guys consider rebounding as important as anything they do.
Well, I think it's even tougher now, Kevin, with the long balls being shot from the three-point line.
Exactly.
Lots more talk about moon rebounding and making sure that guards make contact, and then they float in and scoop those things up.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are out on the wings. Up front, you have Ilyasova and Henson. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position.
That's a pretty good move. Henson, I'll tell you what, being assertive when he has the ball like that, that's another dimension to the offense on the inside that they could use.
Now, here's Beverly.
Well, the Bucks with the superstar talent in Giannis Antetokounmpo, the critical decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified one in Mike Budenholzer, and with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes, I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster, tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
First free throw is good.
One of the better perimeter defenders in the game, and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverley doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. Pass to Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
And Mike Budenholzer, the 2015 Coach of the Year, 4 titles, Brent, as an assistant in San Antonio. How do you like the fit for him now in Milwaukee?
Well, I think that the players are going to really enjoy the attention to detail that Coach Bud and his entire staff who are coming with him will put into place. There's an efficiency with which they'll get the work done. And they're going to have to be thinking on their feet, learning a new offense and some things fundamentally on defense that he'll get them excited about.
Harris, good.
And you look at combo forwards that can help you provide some spacing out there. Harris right now spotting up and hitting.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Williams for three. Rebound, Milwaukee. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And this is a matchup that can frustrate them as they came up empty in their 2 games against them last year.
Bledsoe softly drops in the floater.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Beverly the pass to Gortat. Outside Williams. The tray. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound. Bucks have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
And Beverly kicks to Williams. Over Middleton. And it's Williams again missing.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Beverly. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Beverly showing off a little bit of a teardrop. Didn't know he had that.
Milwaukee leading by 4. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Bledsoe against Beverly. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Eric Bledsoe focused that time solely on the rim, even with the D around him.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Williams gets the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The pass to Ilyasova. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Ilyasova.
That's another area where Antetokounmpo is looking better and better. The catch and shoot jump shot.
Here's Gortat. The rebound by Middleton. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. It's a 5-point game.
Well, there's one thing the Bucks have, and that's an abundance of players with tremendous length. It can make it very difficult on offenses to try to find lanes and gaps and seams to get in there and score. So the tighter they are defensively, the more disruptive the Bucks could be.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the score by Lou Williams. Antetokounmpo takes it down to Middleton, passes it to Ilyasova. Offline with his 3. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Harris outside. Williams finds Gortat. Now here's Beverly, defended by Henson. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. But take a look at the Warriors. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, there's the Clippers, 8.5 games behind them.
And when you look at the Clippers, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
Now, still some chances to find some positives as the season comes to an end. Even if it's not a playoff spot, just some kind of forward momentum heading into the offseason.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. It's Williams with the drive.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
No good from Bledsoe. Clippers trail by 5. Williams with the ball. He's got 7. 2 points. That one goes. Williams has got 9.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. And Bledsoe, here we go. Tries again, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Marcin Gortat.
Well, I appreciate the way Ilyasova can get into a defender down low and then force them to either give space or put them at the free throw line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
That free throw good from Ilyasova. Brent, you played for 14 seasons. What kind of off-season training did you do personally to keep in shape?
I had a great trainer in Southern California that I would go home to every year and work on different things. It was funny, Kevin, because as you get a little bit older, you can be a little more specific with how you train. You understand how you're going to be used, the type of minutes you're going to play, so it can be a little bit more specialized. I'm not sure if I could tell you this, but I surfed a lot in the off season.
Balance.
Core, right?
Core balance.
All right,
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Check box.
Williams gets the bucket. 11 points in the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Bledsoe passes to Ilyasova. Antetokounmpo up top. Lets a floater go, and the layup is up and in.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter oriented. If you're not hot, you don't score.
I think if the coaching staff goes back and looks at the film and you assess the quality of looks, they're not going to be happy about it. At times they just failed to take advantage of the openings for the best shooters.
Scotty's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Snell. Pass to Brogdon. There's the lob, and Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Williams. 17 points for him last game against Portland. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Bledsoe, and the jam by Bledsoe.
How high can Eric Bledsoe fly?
Clippers trail by 7. Williams kicks to Harrell. Back to Williams. Feeds to Harrell. Outside Bradley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo up top. Guarded by Bradley. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Beverly finds Bradley. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
Both free throws good from Avery Bradley.
You talk so much about Avery Bradley and his motor and how he comes to every game with a defensive mindset. I think that's both where his teammates and the coaching staff really respect the type of consistency he brings to the floor.
Clippers trail by 5. Beverly deciding where to go with it. And Henson pulls it down. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Beverly dishes to Mbah-a-Moute. He kicks it to Harrell. Now here's Beverly, guarded closely. And he comes up with the deuce. Beverly's got 6.
Yeah, Beverly doing a good job of reading not just his defender, but the secondary defender in that pick and roll.
Bradley against Brogdon. With the floater. The shot's good from Henson. 6 points for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
On the wing, Scott. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Now here's Beverly, defended by Dellavedova, and it's blocked.
And seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Now here's Brogdon, another guy who really kicked it up a notch in that game against the Warriors. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
A lottery pick back in 2012, John Henson has pretty much flown under the radar except around the rim. People understand just how effective he can be there. A quality defender and rim protector.
That free throw missing. Henson not a floor spacer. Offensively, you'll find him around the rim.
He's a pretty good finisher in there, but he doesn't get a ton of opportunities. You're right. Defensively, you just like his mobility combined with his length. That's a help.
He doesn't get the second one.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to.
And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Bradley. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Moves back up. Doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Wow. Just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
And he gets the bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Beverly kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. The jump hook. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Milwaukee leading by 7. Pass to Connaughton. .43 seconds left to play here in the first. Shot clock at 5. Back to Antetokounmpo. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Bradley passes to Beverly. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
The strength from Patrick Beverly is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Right wing. Inside, Henson. Second chance shot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Mbamute.
Well, he doesn't have a ton of moves down there, but Henson has been working on his offensive game, and that length helps out. He draws the foul.
The Bucks have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
And he makes the first. Henson hits them both. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And we'll be back with you shortly. Malcolm Brogdon was the 2016-17 NBA Rookie of the Year. We spoke about Giannis Antetokounmpo and his willingness to listen and learn.
He's going to listen, whether you're giving him advice. Even as a rookie, he was listening, and I would listen to him, but he was actually, if I saw something as a point guard, he would actually listen to me and try it out the next play. And that's special. You don't have many guys at his status that are doing that.
Yeah, that's very rare indeed. Being a sponge early on and Greg soaking up new ways to expand your game is important.
Kevin, no question at all. Plus, the humility. Knowing your teammates can help you grow. Easy to see why they love him in Milwaukee.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
Patrick Beverly out there with Avery Bradley. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Mike Scott. And it's Mbamute in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
It's blocked. Now here's Beverly. D right on him. Over Dellavedova. The pass to Mbamute. Outside, Scott. It's Bradley on the wing. 6 to shoot. From deep. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
The Clippers last season really proving the value of the new 2-way contracts. G League players who could step up and play a lot of time with the parent club.
I mean, the Agua Caliente, that's the name of their G League squad, was huge last year as the Clippers pretty much became the lab rats for how these 2-way contracts were going to work, how you move players up and down between the rosters. And Doc found some real winners last year that came in and started a ton of games for Doc Rivers, and their contributions almost got them to the playoffs.
Harrell finds Mbamute. Scott. And the Clippers miss again.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to. You think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you. In transition, he's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo covers so much ground, Brent. He can almost go the entire length of the court in 2 dribbles.
But once he gets around towards the rim, his reach can make it seem like defenders aren't even there. Not just one defender, but multiple defenders. So it's unfair already, and you add that athleticism to what he can do. Wow, unstoppable offensive force.
And he makes both free throws. When you look at the new requirements of the center, who really stands out as the prototypical pivot man?
Wow, I really think that Porzingis has shown some signs in the last 2 seasons. Now, it's been cut short. The first season, he really faltered in the second half of the year. And then last year, a devastating injury that's going to keep him out for quite some time. But some of the things that he's been able to show have me very intrigued about the potential of that position. Now, I know more guys like Clint Capella and the impact he had in Houston has been phenomenal. But Porzingis and that overall package still has me really intrigued, Kevin.
7-3, he becomes a very interesting subject, doesn't he?
He does, and that ability to shoot the basketball as well. Just think about it. When he plays with a qualified point guard to set some action up, could be dangerous.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now, here's Beverly, defended by Dellavedova. Puts up a 3. And it's Beverly missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And again, the Bucks miss. Clippers trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The shot's good.
I like Avery Bradley cashing in from there, proving he can get it done around the basket.
The Bucks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. DiVincenzo, guarded by Bradley. Basket good. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Got to talk on defense. That left him all alone.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. Passes it to Harris. He dishes it to Gallinari. Williams looking over the floor. No good from outside. Bucks leading by 11. Gortat with the steal. Releases. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 15.
So good at scoring over the defense, Lou Williams. It's like he's better under pressure or with more difficult shots from time to time.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 26. And Brent, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's slashing game. Standing, maybe a hair under 7 foot tall. How do you even put it into words?
Well, it's hard to imagine a more perfect frame for today's game in terms of getting in transition, having a versatile offensive game, putting it down, getting to the rack. The one thing that we're anxious to see is whether or not Giannis will develop the type of range from the three-point line that makes it respectable. Other than that, he's pretty much unstoppable.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Doc Rivers might have done his best coaching job last year. You think about how many G League guys came in and started games, and he even talked about it as being a season with a breath of fresh air, with all that newness and the things he had to teach and go back to the drawing board. So a heck of a year for them, and they might have found some gems.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And Doc raved about last season's roster. But Brent, he admitted by the end of the Blake Griffin, Chris Paul era, he had it up to here with all the chemistry issues.
Well, he said that every playoff disappointment, Doc felt like the buy-in of the entirety of the team got narrower, as if they couldn't get it done because of what had happened the season before or 2 seasons before that. So a very hard group to coach, a very talented group to coach, but a lot of things lingered in that locker room, and if you're not on the same page, there's just no way to climb that mountaintop.
Here is Gortat after Eric Bledsoe's score. Williams, that's for 2, and it's wide right, hits off the rim.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Middleton. He's coming off a 19-point game against Golden State. 5 on the clock, and Bledsoe now top of the key. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it. Antetokounmpo's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Back to Harris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Bradley against Ilyasova. Offensive rebound.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Snell, that's good.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That is his first foul of the game. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Milwaukee.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Harris passes to Gortat, and it's Gortat finishing it off.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Now here's Bledsoe. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Warriors in Oakland.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
Los Angeles calls timeout, and as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Down low, and Ilyasova throws it down.
Yeah, Ilyasova will sneak up on you sometimes and throw him down like that.
Bradley kicks to Williams. Back to Bradley. 6 to shoot. Can't nail the jumper.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Pass to Bledsoe. Now, Antetokounmpo, guarded by Bradley. For 3, Brogdon. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
There's the lob for Harris. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Bledsoe's got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
I admire the approach here, especially in such a hostile environment. Offense and defense, they really played a whale of a game.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
The Milwaukee Bucks looking to move the needle with their new head coaching hire. If you're in that role, Brent, what changes do you make?
Well, I think the team just needs to find a little bit better cohesion on the defensive end. They tried a lot of things schematically last year that I don't think they were as connected as they needed to be there. And as far as personnel goes, they're really lacking some consistency from outside on the perimeter, their perimeter shooting. I know Tony Snell had a decent year, but there's not a lot of three-point attack from the Milwaukee Bucks. It makes it tough for them to score.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Now here's Bradley. He has 6, and the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul, and the Bucks with some changes. John Henson comes in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Eric Bledsoe. Now Bradley. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. 5 to shoot. Williams for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Brogdon's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Here's Williams. Here's Gortat, and it's Gortat finishing it off.
He is a big guy, and Gortat doesn't play the finesse game. This is a guy who's all about strength. Forget about laying it up there. He's going to take the power approach.
Now here's Henson. 9 points last game. Kicks it to Snell. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 19. Over in the corner, Williams. Cans it from downtown. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, during his career, Lou Williams has been a decent threat from the three-point line, around 35%. Good at stretching out the court.
Here is Ilyasova. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Bradley up top. He's guarded by Brogdon. Fires the 3. And it's Williams again missing. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Bradley. Goes up the baseline. That misses off the backboard. And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles. They trail by 16. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
Brogdon finds Ilyasova. To the middle. Here's Henson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. The Bucks have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. And Los Angeles with some changes. Mike Scott comes in for Gortat. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Bradley. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Bucks.
One shot.
Well, with the departure of Chris Paul and the trade of Blake Griffin, the Clippers deciding on a new look and a new direction. The era of Lob City, I think, officially has come to a close.
Now here's Williams. He's got 18.
Such an effective combo guard. We all know that Lou Williams can score, but once he gets going, he'll set a teammate up too.
Dellavedova scanning the floor. Here's Henson. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. 30 seconds left to play here in the half. Brogdon against Williams. Here's Harrell. A beautiful reverse layup.
A fantastic move right there. Just that quick little reverse layup.
Bucks leading by 14. And here is Brogdon. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Goes up to the stripe. And another basket for Milwaukee.
A good job there. Brogdon doesn't need much room. Has it there from the mid-range and knocks it down.
Got it!
Whoa.
He got it! What a shot!
Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops, getting rebounding, getting out and pushing, finding lanes, finding open guys.
And you made the most of it, Chris. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 32 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, they're getting high percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They are definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Welcome back to Los Angeles in the Staples Center. The freeways through downtown Los Angeles buzzing with traffic. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could. And boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Well, it's one thing to drive, but it's another thing to drive and dunk. So let's see if he can keep that going here in the third.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are out on the wing. Up front, you have Ilyasova and Henson, and it's Bledsoe in at the point guard. Bucks leading by 11. And stolen by Harris. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break. Milwaukee tries a three. Gallinari with the rebound.
I'm scratching my head on that one. This is not his shot, and he, of all people, should know that. Hopefully, he will try to work his way closer to the basket next time the ball comes his way.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's foul number 2 for him. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Eric Bledsoe concentrating right now on dishing it out, trying to find some of his open teammates.
Clippers trail by 11. Beverly the pass to Gortat. Dishes it to Williams. He kicks it to Beverly. Williams trying to break free, and it's Beverly missing.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. It's Williams with the drive. Back to Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Gallinari missing. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it goes down 2 points.
Bledsoe, good job cutting away from the ball and through the defense. Got to keep him in front of you.
Eric Bledsoe, at one point, Brent, maybe the best defender in the league at the point guard position. Multiple knee surgeries later. Where do you think he stands now?
I think there's been some regression from what he could do athletically, Kevin. So now you have to start to rely on your skill. His offensive game has grown a little bit, and he's around a superstar. That should make it easier to set up some opportunities where he could be more consistent offensively, especially shooting the basketball.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 10. Outside Williams. And he hits the jump shot. Williams has got 25 points.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
That shot off.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And the foul on John Henson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gallinari against Antetokounmpo. Outside Williams.
How about the length? Tough for any offensive player to deal with the likes of Middleton with those long arms.
He gets it in there. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And Beverly kicks to Gortat. Pass to Williams. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 27. Bucks leading by 13. Bledsoe looking it over. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Harris.
Eric Bledsoe is accustomed to playing alongside some other great playmakers in Kentucky. He was with John Wall with the Clippers. He was with Chris Paul. In Phoenix, they had 3 guard lineups. So that ought to help out as they continue to get great chemistry. Giannis and Eric Bledsoe could be a devastating duo.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Well, Eric Bledsoe, as you mentioned, Brent, accustomed to playing on or off the ball.
Well, that helps a little bit with some of the new offensive schemes that Mike Budenholzer is putting into place. He's got that huge wingspan, which he can always bogart a guy defensively. He's a nice fit on the Bucks roster, and he's a good build around that length.
And so he hits both. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know that there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
Clock at 6. And Williams, here we go.
Excellent job by Bledsoe to alter the shot. Even as a point guard, you can still affect your opposition.
Down low, deflects the pass. Here's Beverly. 10 points for him. Gortat finds Williams. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Williams has got 29.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Bledsoe, and the jam by Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe hungry to score, and he's doing a great job of it right now.
Clippers trail by 15. Now here's Beverly. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Count that bucket. 31 points for Williams.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Bledsoe against Beverly. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly is not going to back down from anybody. Even inside, he feels comfortable shooting under that kind of pressure.
Bledsoe left side. Kicks it down to Middleton. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 4 on the shot clock. And they double up Antetokounmpo. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Bucks lead by 13.
Well, he's got great sight lines, Giannis does, especially where he gets the ball. So he surveys the court, takes a good picture, and makes a great pass.
DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 5 assists in the game. And Beverly kicks to Williams. Off target from outside.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
You know, at least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
Now here's Williams. He's got 31. And it's Patrick Beverly with the 3. Beverly's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's from beyond, guys. Right back at you.
Yeah, that's a nice response there, leaving a voicemail in return from the three-point line. Looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
Henson's shot is off. Clippers trail by 15. Gallinari surveying the D. Harris outside. And Henson sends it back.
Well, he's a great shot blocker. Henson still trying to bring the rest of his game up to that level.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
Now here is Harris. He has 6. Count it.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive and right now stringing some plays together.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. 5th, the Clippers.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And Bledsoe, man, such a good, efficient combo guard. He can score, he can pass, he can rebound. What a tough cover.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gortat. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. And Mbaamute's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Avery Bradley in for Lou Williams. Good on both.
Well, the Bucks, this is a franchise that for a long time just was treading water and chasing after a 7th or an 8th seed on the back end of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Not so much anymore. With Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the charge, the opportunity for the Bucks to do some damage in the playoffs is here.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the basket by Los Angeles. Good on the bucket. Snell's got 5.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Outside Bradley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Bledsoe. Averaging 21 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
And the first one drops. Milwaukee making a switch here. Dellavedova's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Well, for the Bucks in 2017, Brent, disagreement over front office candidates, a divided leadership structure. If you're on that roster, how much of those kinds of things concern you?
I don't think the players are worried about that at all, because what you have now is a new voice in the locker room. You're going to have to learn a lot of new language, new offense, new defense. And that's enough to make you think just about basketball and not the business of basketball, Kevin.
Stolen by Beverly. Floats one up. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Dellavedova with the ball. And it's...
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Beverly, the pass to Bradley. Count the basket. Bradley's got 9.
Well, you love the fearless, aggressive attitude. Doesn't let size matter.
Well, he also has that innate ability to just create enough separation. That's a nice move.
It's good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Now the feed to Harrell. Outside, Scott. It's Bradley on the wing. He's guarded by Brogdon. 18 feet out. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Bucks leading by 22. Here's Snell. 11 points in the game. Antetokounmpo kicks to Snell. Over Beverly. Snell, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. To the inside. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And a look here at the shot chart for Bledsoe.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. Shoots from the line. It's hauled in by Beverly. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. To the paint. Kicks it out to Bradley. Antetokounmpo on the double team. To the left side wing. Mba Amute drills the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
To the middle. Here's Snell. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Now here's Beverly. 15 points in the game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Harrell finds Bradley. And count it from 19 feet away. Bradley's got 11.
Year after year, Avery Bradley seems to come back with something more in his bag of tools. Nice job on the pick and roll there.
With 2 seconds left, he squares up and sinks it. And the Bucks lead by 21.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Luke Mbahumute out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Avery Bradley. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Harrell in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick. He won the Rookie of the Year in 2017. And maybe we shouldn't have been surprised at all. In Virginia, he was the ACC Player of the Year and the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Solid foundation coming into the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Well, Brogdon, only the 4th player in NBA history, Brent, to shoot over 40% from long range in his first season in the league.
Well, he adapted pretty quickly to the step back and longer distance of the NBA three-point line. He was also smart enough to be selective with it. Had a tremendous year.
He hits both from the stripe.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Now here's Beverly, defended by Dellavedova. Here's Scott. That one wide left.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Dellavedova kicks to Snell. Scott against Brogdon. 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. They grab their own miss. Connaughton passes to Ilyasova. Off with the layup.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Bradley up top. He's guarded by Brogdon. Lets it go from 11. Kept alive. Here's Harrell. And the layup's good off the glass.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Brogdon, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Brogdon's got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now Beverly, and stolen by Ilyasova. Snell finds Brogdon. And he banks in the layup.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Now here's Beverly, defended by Dellavedova. Beverly, the pass to Bradley. The rebound by Brogdon. Brogdon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Connaughton, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 5 assists in the game. The pass to Bradley. Harrell kicks to Beverly. As the league's star power grows, we see more players taking on roles in entertainment, which is kind of interesting. Do you think that's a distraction at all?
Did you know that I was in a movie myself, Kevin?
Why do you think I'm bringing this up? You have firsthand knowledge of this stuff. Your fingerprints are all over this question.
Yeah, not a distraction. I mean, come on. It's an opportunity for guys to go.
It was fun, right? You loved your experience, didn't you?
I did love my experience. I did a couple commercials when I was in Los Angeles. It's a lot of fun.
And you were good.
You're amazing, Kevin. Thank you.
They won, and they won awards.
Thank you. The things did win awards.
I know.
You're very kind. It's not a distraction, though. These guys are kids. They want to do things. They want to do things musically. They want to be on stage. They want to be in movies. They want to do TV shows.
Why helps the league and notoriety and everything else.
Why not?
Yeah, good job with the anticipation, and then the quick hands results in points off the break.
Now, sometimes you calculate the risks, and he did it there, but couldn't have turned out any better.
Scott inside. Count that one.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Pass to Snell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Shooting guard Tony Snell, Brent, breaking through as a start of the last couple seasons with the Bucks.
Finally got a long-term contract so he can settle into having a long career in this league. And I think last year handled himself well between being a starter, then coming off the bench, and just being asked to get out there and knock down some threes along with playing some solid defense.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Snell. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. Brown, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Brogdon the pass to Maker. Now here's Brogdon. He's covered closely. Maker misses.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there. I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
DiVincenzo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
That's his first personal foul. DiVincenzo at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah. And here is Muhammad. It's stolen by Brown. unhindered, going all the way.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Pass to Muhammad. Some solid defense from Brown. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 19-4 run right now. Wilson kicks to Bledsoe. DiVincenzo. They get it back. Goes back up. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Right, you're down by double digits. You have to play with maximum intensity just to have a chance to come back. Not seeing it here.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Marjanovic. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that is one thing he does very well. His intensity on the glass helps lead to these high percentage putbacks for his team.
Tearaway warm-ups have long been a feature of the NBA. But last season, the new tearaway jerseys, they just kept ripping apart.
The old uniform malfunction, Kevin, last year. Yeah, maybe.
You even had a couple malfunctions, and that was odd.
Well, the tie, bad tie. I always have bad ties. I think they're looking back at the material choices for what they're doing. So maybe there'll be some subtle changes into this year. But it was interesting in the early part of last year. A lot of guys with a finger underneath the arm and pulling away a jersey and ripped away. So maybe the supplier will do something about the fabric this year.
Out to the right wing. Kicks it to Maker. Over Mbamute. Maker misses. The Clippers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Pass to Muhammad. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Maker.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And there's the pass to Wilson. Bledsoe outside. Fires from deep. Teodosic grabs the miss.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Bucks have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Passes it to Bledsoe. And the Bucks miss again. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the dunk by Mbamute.
Kind of asking for trouble. I know you want to pressure Teodosic, but if you lose sight of somebody else, he doesn't.
Well, there's a lot of talk, too, Brent, about the age requirement for entering the draft, and Commissioner Silver has said it's a clear change that's probably on the way. What do you think the league should do?
Can you and I talk about a guy that you know quite well who in 1995 came out as the
17-year-old, I know
in the NBA draft? Kevin Garnett came into the league and handled himself extremely well. Now, for every one of those stories, we know there were other ones where guys did not make much of their NBA careers.
But then here comes the G League.
The G League, to me, is the huge key.
That's the equalizer.
A lot of these guys have a ripcord now for some of those things that transpired over the course of the last 30 years, where they can have a softer landing point to continue to develop, to continue to mature, and have an opportunity to make something of their NBA career.
Excellent explanation. Tony Snell's checked in for the Bucks. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Eric Bledsoe. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Clippers shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Pass to Mbamute. Marjanovic down low. Over Maker. Marjanovic, no good.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
The Clippers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Teodosic, the pass to Muhammad. And Bahamute kicks to Marjanovic. Back to Bahamute. Off target from three-point range. Bucks have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems
Kevin,
that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, "Gee, you got 4 A's." A terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Maker kicks to Dellavedova. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, for a guy who really struggles inside the three-point line, Dellavedova with a nice move there.
Pass to Teodosic. Muhammad with it. Over Wilson. Muhammad, no luck.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
With some arc, and the rejection by Marjanovic. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Maker.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he was remarkable. Absolutely destroyed the opposition. Any matchup he had tonight, it felt like he was going to dominate.
Scotty's checked in for Muhammad. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Ilyasova's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA. But as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA has fallen behind a little bit. Do you agree?
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where they were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14 having school and basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States. The change is coming.
35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Teodosic, the pass to Scott. Back to Teodosic. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Now here is Dellavedova. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We getting out in transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.